Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're talking about a question that a lot of couples struggle with. Who should really handle the money in a relationship, the husband or the wife? Who should handle the money in a relationship? The husband or the wife? Is it the one who earns more? The one who saves better? Or is there actually a smarter way that most couples don't talk about? This question has been debated for a long time. Some people grow up believing that the husband should take full control of the finances. Others believe that the wife is naturally better at budgeting and managing the household money. And because of these different beliefs, a lot of couples end up arguing. Not because they don't have money, but because they don't have a clear agreement. The truth is, money problems in relationships are rarely about the amount of money. Most of the time, it's about miscommunication, lack of planning, and unclear roles. When no one knows who is responsible, or when one person feels left out, that's when conflict starts. So instead of asking who should handle the money, a better question is, who is actually better at managing it? Every person has different strengths. Some people are very organized. They like tracking expenses, setting budgets, and making sure every peso is accounted for. Others are more focused on long-term thinking. They look at investments, business opportunities, and ways to grow income. If one partner is clearly more disciplined and consistent when it comes to managing money, then it makes sense for that person to take the lead. Not because of their role as husband or wife, but because they are simply more capable in that area. But taking the lead doesn't mean taking control of everything. One of the biggest mistakes couples make is allowing only one person to handle all the finances while the other stays completely uninvolved. This creates imbalance. Over time, it can lead to misunderstandings, dependency, or even resentment. Both partners should always be aware of what's happening financially. You should both know how much money is coming in, how much is going out, what your current savings look like, and what your goals are. Even simple and consistent conversations about money can make a huge difference in a relationship. When both people are informed, decisions become easier. There's less confusion, less doubt, and more trust. You don't have to guess or assume anything, because everything is clear and open. Another important thing is creating a system that works for both of you. Without a system, everything becomes unorganized. You spend when you feel like it, save only when you remember. And then stress comes in when bills start piling up or unexpected expenses appear. A simple system can completely change that. This could mean setting a monthly budget together where you clearly separate needs, wants, and savings. It could also mean agreeing on a fixed amount that each person can spend freely without needing to ask permission. That alone can prevent a lot of small arguments. You can also set shared financial goals. Maybe it's building an emergency fund, saving for a house, starting a business, or even preparing for future family needs. When both of you are working toward the same goals, money stops being a problem and starts becoming a tool. Some couples divide responsibilities based on their strengths. One person might handle paying bills and tracking expenses, while the other focuses on saving, investing, or finding ways to increase income. Other couples prefer to sit down and do everything together. Either way works, as long as there is agreement and consistency. What usually causes problems is not the system itself, but the lack of honesty and communication. Small habits like hiding purchases, ignoring financial discussions, or making decisions alone can slowly break trust over time. Even small, unnecessary spending can become a big issue if it's kept secret. And when one person feels like they have no say or no visibility, it creates distance in the relationship. That's why transparency is very important. You don't have to be perfect with money, but you do have to be honest about it. Mistakes will happen, but talking about them early prevents bigger problems later. Money should never be used as power over your partner. It should never feel like one person is in control while the other is just following. A healthy relationship treats money as a shared responsibility, where both people have a voice. So when you ask who should handle the money, the real answer becomes simple. It's not about choosing the husband or the wife. It's about choosing the right approach for your relationship. The best setup is when one person may take the lead based on their strengths, but both partners stay involved, aware, and aligned with each other. Because in the end, it's not my money or your money. It's your future that you're building together.